back. Now let's get you details on the Democratic National Conventions that is currently underway. Day 3 of the Democratic National Convention continued in Chicago with the Minnesota Governor Tim Walz likely to accept the nomination for the Vice President. Wednesday agenda has highlighted reproductive rights and also include address from the former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and former President Bill Clinton. However, former U.S. President has accused Trump of putting his interest above the nation. He says that November election would be we the people versus me, myself, and I. Listen in.
Governor. And by all accounts, he was a crack shot who had the courage among his rural constituents to say we do not need these assault weapons available to people who can kill our kids in school. So, armed with her first decision, Kamala Harris confronts an interesting dilemma. We're going to walk out of here feeling pretty good, I think. We've got energy, we are happy, we feel like a load's off our shoulders. And we know we're just being asked to fight the same fight that the forces of progress have had to fight for 250 years. In the face of stiff and often violent opposition, we have to find a way to go forward together, where we the people make our union more perfect. So that's a good thing. How could we possibly lose? Kamala Harris has fought for kids her whole life that were left out and left behind. She's taken on gangs trafficking across the border. She's fought to protect the rights of homeowners. She's been our leader in the fight for reproductive freedoms, and we know a majority of the American people are with us on that. And she's gained an invaluable amount of experience as vice president, advancing our values and interests around the world. She's already said she's going to work really hard to make sure that no American working full-time lives in poverty or has to worry about their children living in poverty. He says that we got to make home ownership an achievable dream for everyone, not just a privilege. She said that and this meant a lot to me, that she would protect everybody's right to vote, whether or not they voted for her. They were citizens and they deserved the right to vote. The other day, her opponent implied that as his people voted one more time, they'd be able to rig it from now on and they wouldn't have to vote again. You think they're kidding, but I know a lot of these folks, and most of them are really good people, but some of them think that they are bound to dominate America politically, economically, and socially, and they have to use politics to do it, and they should rig the system. I don't believe that. And so here's what I want to tell you. We've seen more than one election slip away from us when we thought it couldn't happen, when people got distracted by phony issues or overconfident. This is a brutal, tough business. I want you to be happy. One of the reasons that President-to-be Harris is doing so well is that we're all so happy.
Well, you heard the speech of Bill Clinton. He called Kamala Harris the president of joy and criticized Trump for the vengeance, vendetta and conspiracy. We'll get you more on this, but heading into a really short break. We'll be right back.